Well, as we discussed earlier, what the purpose of each camera angle was, let's take that and put it into practical application. We'll start first with scene 18. That's the firing of this poor sap Gilbert. Let's take a look at what the coverage is for that scene. I'm going to switch into frame view here and pull up my bin a little bit bigger. Now, we've got this wide shot, which covers Campbell the boss, walking all the way down this long hallway until he finds our friend Gilbert. And prepares to fire that poor sap. Okay, we've got this angle, which will be a little bit odd if you've never seen one of these before. This is a point of view. This is Campbell's point of view as he walks down the hallway. You'll notice you can hear people rumbling around in the background, the sound of this scene. The reason is it was shot without the intention of even having sound. That's what that cue MOS means in the name. MOS means no sound. Okay? And we've got this guy getting in the way, kind of looking at all the different cubicles until finally we get to Gilbert. Ah, yes, the poor sap was about to be fired. Okay. So what do we do first? Let's take a look at the coverage in Script Sync. And we can see that while Campbell walks down the hallway, we are covered in a wide shot. We are also covered in his point of view. And then we have a brief overlap when Campbell spots Gilbert. Next down here, Campbell goes on a tirade. And we've got these wavy lines. The wavy lines mean that this camera angle is... There we go. The wavy lines mean that on this camera angle, we are off screen of the actor. So B is Gilbert's camera angle. That would be Gilbert's close-up. And sure enough, it is. All right, I'll change back to the brief view now, and it's time to start cutting. The first thing, of course, that happens in this scene is Campbell walks down the hallway. And we've only got two angles that cover that moment. That's the wide shot and the point of view. Now, how do you know which camera angle to start on? Well, remember, the point of the rough cut is to figure out what it is exactly that the director intended. And in this case, our wide shot starts on Campbell's feet, which is a little bit of a strange place for a wide shot. Or rather, for Campbell's face as he's walking down the hallway. Why did we start on his feet? The reason is directors are choosing their transitions into and out of a scene. In this case, starting with the feet is much more interesting than starting with a wide shot. We really have two goals at the beginning of the scene. That's to introduce the purpose of the scene and also where everybody is. What's the geography? What room are we in? In this case, we're going to start with Campbell's feet as he looks up. There we go. And now our gut reaction is telling us we need to know what exactly it is that he's looking at. So I'm going to cut this into my timeline. And what is it that he's looking at? Well, he's looking at the point of view. Let's start back from the beginning. Now you'll notice there is a bit of overlap. Directors, anyway, good directors, always shoot with a bit of overlap. Just in case, as time goes on, we decide to not start the scene the way that it was shot, which was with the feet, it's good to have a little bit of overlapping coverage so we do have those choices. And here we come around the corner. As we walk around the corner, we're going to pick him up. I'm just going to keep a little bit of the edge here of the cardboard cutout so we can really see that we're making a turn. Now, this shot obviously comes next, and I know we're focused on Gilbert, but let's think about what else is going on in this scene.